Hi Cancer, I hope you're doing well. Okay, your reading is a little crazy, I'm not going to lie, but since Mars is in Cancer, I'm going to say I'm kind of grateful because I had to sit with this for a little bit and I pulled clarifiers on the foundation card because it just doesn't add up. This is a reading for Cancer and there's only one cup card in here and it's a page. So it doesn't even count as an elemental card. It counts just as a seed that plays off the cards around it, which are fire cards. So I pulled a clear. I have a feeling here and I'm going to give you a warning and I'm going to say it in a little bit of a stronger manner so that you hear me and can kind of use me as the devil's advocate for what the real show will look like. Okay, so I'll take the hit here. Use this as like the pre-show to what could happen here. Okay, you come in as the King of Wands. Okay, the energy that crosses you is the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins came in last month, and I don't remember in what reading, but I'm very, very conscious and almost sure that it was one of the beginning readings that I did. So it could quite possibly have been your reading last month. So it's showing up here as the energy around you. Okay. In the past, what's been coming through for, I would say, the last little bit, by that I mean it could go back even a year, is the Three of Wands, right? So this is planning something. This is focused on something. This is an idea on something. It's a plan, right? And the foundation cards here are the Death card and the Tower card. This is the foundation here, okay? The ideal, what's going through your head is the Ace of Swords. And I'm glad that that's what's going through your head. What's coming up, and again, will be, and I'm sure that this came up also in last month's reading. So it's what's coming up, like soon, like now, or it'll play out like maybe max to a year, is the Ten of Coins. The Seven of Wands is the self-image here, your self-image, because I'm reading for you. The public persona, the outside things around your world, is the Page of Cups, right? Again, we have a Two of Cups here. So thank God that we've got now one more cup card in here. All right. Your hopes and fears is the Nine of Wands, and your outbound likely outcome is the Nine of Swords. Nines, when there's an issue, it's in here. I'm screaming at you to stop turning a blind eye or be ignorant towards something that's going on, because this is a point where last month's was kind of like, I see this, I kind of feel it, whatever it is, right? The cards in here are saying that someone is not who they appear to be. So you've kind of got a fox in the hen house, and they're going to come across as very innocent, and and I just feel like there's master manipulation going on around you, and I feel like the person that you think someone is, they're not. They're playing you for a fool. So the cost could be high here, given that you've got the Ten of Coins here. That'll be. It doesn't just mean, though, financial issues, but I think that if you don't start paying attention and you don't start putting your responsibilities where they need to be, in other words, start really asking the tough questions, start really paying attention to what you're already feeling. I know you're aware of this, you just don't want to deal with it. And that's where this is kind of like the mentality card where, oh, I kind of know this, but it's an issue here. Someone also could be, it's just, you've got, this could be a conversation that comes in here that is not a pleasant one. And you're going to have it, because this could be a relationship, or this could even be your kid doing something that you're not aware of, but you kind of feel like something is off here. Although I don't think that that's what the case is. I think that you are somehow, someone in your life here has gotten themselves into your life, and they're portraying themselves as someone that they're not. Keep in mind that this card sometimes, I'm not talking about people, so don't leave me a comment that I'm not like that. I'm talking about there's an air in this card sometimes of knowing how to get what they want at all costs. Their lifestyle is very important to them, and they'll basically do anything for it, right? So this could be someone here who is going to cost you financially, who's going to cost you your reputation. Maybe it's going to cost you something of substantial value. It's a 10, so it's going to change. And since these cards are here, it's already saying that to make this less of a disruption, because with the 9, your hopes and fears, that 9 is always something at a distance. So we're going to pray that there's a little bit of time here for you to get this back in order. But I think that a conversation needs to be had here where someone has put on their best for you, knows exactly how to say what they need to say to get from you what they want to get from you, or to get your attention onto something else. Like, say you're kind of figuring something out, like example would be, where's all this money going? Like, where is it going? And then this person is saying to you something totally different. But it doesn't have to be. I don't think that this is actually money. I think that it's something that you've worked it could be money, but it's like it's your life that you've worked very hard to get to where you are, and all you have to do is now date one person that's going to destroy you from the inside out. And it could be something like that. So I would say if you've got relationships around you, pay attention. Don't listen to what someone is saying. Listen to what your insides are saying, because this right here, the two of cups too, the 2 of cups is a card that makes something easy, right? Like someone just is very in tune with you. Like they know your ways, they've surveyed you, they know exactly, they think they have your MO down, right? Like what makes you operate, what you're, how to play the fiddle, you know what I mean? How to get you to help them in certain ways, or they're pretending to be in a certain way. And I'm normally not this harsh in here, but I'm praying that I wake you up before it costs you something that you've worked very hard for, right? This isn't something little. A 10 of coins is a big card. It's a card that just says, I didn't just stumble upon this. I built my whole life on this, right? And the 9 of swords on the outbound, I would say that it's a warning card that you've got to start paying attention here. And 9s, you always have to listen on the inside. The 9 is not going to hit you across the head from the outside. It's going to scream from the inside. So pay attention to it. And the 9 of wands is just knowing what proper boundaries are, knowing how to protect yourself, your assets, knowing that you've just got cards in here. I can't even say all the messages that are in my head, that you have to pay attention to something. I don't care what this person looks like. I don't care about the romantic words coming out of their mouth. They are going to be like a train wreck through your life, and you'll be left with just the dust of what you've worked your entire life for if you don't wake up to this. So that's what I'm saying. I in no way, shape, or form wanted to deliver this because it is not a nice reading. I wouldn't want to receive it myself, but this is not something that is going to surprise you. I think to the lengths of which it has been occurring might surprise you, but I don't think that this reading is going to totally shock you. And if it does totally shock you, it doesn't apply to you. So that's what I want to say here. I want to pull one more card here on this 10 of coins, because I really think that the 10 of coins in here is more about what you've worked really hard for, who you are as a person. You're a good person. You're an ethical person. You're a moral person. You have all of that going on for you. It's not you it just somehow you got yourself in this situation. This can be too, and I hate to deliver this. This could be a marriage kind of scenario here where one person has been, I don't even know what to say. I'm not talking like infidelity or anything like that. I'm talking about, I just like somebody needs an adjustment here. Somebody needs to really not deal with something tomorrow, because I think that's been the MO, dealing with it tomorrow. It's not pressing enough to deal with it now, but you don't want tomorrow to come and it wipe you out. Okay, the Hanged Man here. You're going to have a change in perspective here, because the Hanged Man card is really about paying attention to something. It's like not turning a blind eye to something anymore. I'm paying attention to it. And I have sacrificed my ass off for my life to be like this, right? And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that it's definitely only money. I think that it's like what comes across here is you're aware here that the consequences have kind of gotten high, right? This could be someone that you met. It could be a business partner that is doing this. It doesn't necessarily need to be, like I said, there's not many cup cards in here. This could be a business partnership or someone that you're in business with that you're finding out has really been doing something that could cost the company everything. So pay attention to that regardless of what you're doing here. Give me a minute. Like I said, I apologize, guys. I know some of these readings just suck, and life sometimes just sucks, and this is one of those times. And I want to see on the outbound what the Nine of Swords is here, because that's a fantastic business card. But in here, I'm going to say to you, you have a reason to worry. Okay. The Eight of Cups. Okay. That is getting a handle on this. Like I said, you're not unaware of this. You just might not to know to what extent it actually is. There is, in this Eight of Cups, I'm going to say here, the Nine of Wands is, this does not feel good at all. This is probably an established relationship. This could actually even be a relationship like your husband and your wife dynamic, and it's just got to go in a different direction. I'm not saying it's ending, but it definitely needs some help here because priorities need to shift, right? This can be something too where you just need to have a conversation, like a really tough conversation where you can't turn a blind eye to something anymore, and you can't play the ignorant card because it's staring you right in the face and the cost could be huge. Okay. The Eight of Cups, underneath that card is, there's a split here there, and that explains why all the seven and the nines are showing up, right? There's a split here between your spirit and your life. Is just, it needs an adjustment. There's just a big detachment here. The things that you've been doing, how you've been doing them, aren't working for you anymore. You want more. This is also a card though of like, I've established all these things in my life and I should be happy, but yet I'm not. And underneath that 8, you need to take a minute to yourself and look at what it is that has got you there. Like, where is this split? It's usually a relationship that will trigger something like this, right? So I would say that just have the conversations, lay it all out on the table. I'm giving you my 3 cents you didn't ask for, but this came up in last month's reading and I got the same feeling. And then I was thinking, oh my God, I can't say this. So because it's a general reading, it's not a private reading, but I can also see things in these cards, and something is coming up that has been going on for a while. So I would say, have the conversation, look at where the disjointed things are. They could be arguments that have been coming up for months, but that just didn't get to a point where you didn't give them enough weight that they may have required at that time. But things are heavier than you think they are, and they need to change. So that's what I've got. I'm so sorry. Look at Capricorn. I'm going to try to pull the other end of the story there, and I pray it's rosier than this. Keep in mind that with the Hanged Man here and this, the change will happen, right? It'll definitely happen. You've got the Hangman, the Tower, and the Death card. These are changes in your life that will happen, and they need to happen. So that's what I've got. Sometimes I'll say too here with this Two of Cups card, it can feel like it's a natural kind of, like I've known this person forever, and you probably have. But with this energy, it doesn't mean that things need to stay like they have been. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be like that. Things don't need to end in blow-ups either, but something is shifting here, and these are big heavy cards. They're not going to be little consequence here. So look at what you're doing and how you're doing something, and I will say if something has been under here for a while now, I would say don't turn a blind eye to it, because this is a card that can put on a really big persona, but with this energy over it, the situation that you're in, you're going to need to look at something not just from a practical way, right? That's why I'm saying these 2 9s are saying, I have to get in here. I have to like put some feeling into this. This isn't something you're going to mechanically work through. You're going to need to open your heart in here and feel some stuff, and they might not feel really great. Might be someone telling you some things that don't really feel so great to receive, but that's what I've got. I wish I had a better reading for you. I'm going to do Capricorn. Let's pray over there. Okay. Thank you so much.